How much water should we be drinking? Hey, Jeremiah, can you come here and answer a question for me, please?
Okay.
Thanks. Come right here with me.
What you got going?
Well, I'm just wondering, how much water should I be drinking a day?
Oh, that's a great question. That's not only a great question, it's a serious question.
Okay.
America, basically, is pretty much dehydrated. We're all dehydrated. Our fingernails show it. Our skin shows it. Our mouth is kind of sticky all the time. And we just need more water than we are allowed to be taking in. Or we're taking in the wrong water. Or choosing the wrong source for water. Coffee doesn't give you water. Sodas don't give you water.
I do have friends that will say, I'm getting my water through tea, coffee, pop. I'm from Michigan, so pop.
Yeah, well, that's true. They will get a water, but because the substance is in there, it works more against them than for them.
Okay.
Because like sodas, for example, will seriously dehydrate you.
Gotcha.
Very seriously. All sodas will do that. And diet sodas are worse than regular sodas on every count. You gain more weight on one diet soda than you do on 2 regular sodas. Look at everybody who drinks diet sodas. Way overweight. So
well, that's definitely something we want to touch on another time.
Okay,
but
so the
now,
water factor is how much should we drink? We've been told, what is it, 8 ounces, 8 times a day, something like that, 64 ounces? Well, that doesn't work if you're an American Samoan. You tip in the scale around 220, 230 pounds naturally. Or for Vietnamese, who may tip in the scale to 100. So what we do is we work with the actual body weight of the person. So your amount of water you're going to drink is going to change as you change. It'll follow you where you're going.
Okay.
So let's just say you take 1/2 of your body weight. Let's just say someone weighs 160 pounds. Divide that in half, and that is 80 pounds, call it ounces, 80 ounces. If you weigh 200 pounds, divide it in half, it's now 100 ounces.
Okay.
If you get down to 50 pounds, you're going to drink 25 ounces for your children.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so even our kids, we should divide their weight in half, and that number is how many ounces?
And just call it ounces.
And
It's
call it
so
ounces.
simple.
That's
and do that for the
very
rest of your
simple.
life. So if you lose weight, your water might go down. If you
Okay.
gain weight, you want it up higher.
So what kind of water is a good water to have? I have Aquafina here.
Okay, all right. Aquafina, I think, is made by, I can't remember, maybe by Coca-Cola or somebody.
I think it is.
But that's a good question. In fact, I'm going to tell you up front that if you pick up a book on water, you're going to get 40 different answers, and all of them sound like, wow, that makes so much sense.
Okay.
People say, well, you don't want to drink distilled water, but that's the pure water. That's the purest water. Water is evaporated from the ocean, it raises up, it goes up in the air, turns to steam, steam condenses, comes down H2O.
Right.
But it doesn't have any nutrients in it. So it should be going through the earth. Say, well, we're going to drink nutrient water where nutrients have been added. Those nutrients will be too strong. They'll be not even natural, so your body can't assume them. Okay. If it goes through the earth, it picks up vitamins and minerals and all kinds of stuff. But the real true water that we should be drinking is well water, or what you call water that's perked through the earth. That's the natural water to be drinking from the spring. The water that comes into your faucet, depending on where you live, can range from anywhere to altered to completely dangerous. And so some places there are so many chemicals, there's so many additives in the water. You just look at the ring in your tub, you look at the ring that won't come off of your toilet just from sitting there next to your toilet. Big rings inside the toilet. Some faucets are corroded over with white. So there are a couple sources of water that are good. One of them, believe it or not, are these great big huge machines that sit out there. They're usually called glacier machines.
I've seen those before.
Yeah,
and
they're 25 cents a gallon. You go in there and pick in a big gallon thing. Those things run through all kinds of filtering, reverse osmosis, carbon, ceramic. They're checked regularly. So they actually happen to be a good source in any city because they're really taking care of the bad water that's coming in.
Okay, very good, very good. And then and then the other thing, is the type of plastic that the bottle's made from, because one of my friends said she always buys the kind that are collapsible
Oh, sure.
so that
yeah.
she can throw them away. But it's made of that really soft plastic. What do you think?
That soft plastic is actually a chemical. It's actually a, what does it call a thing? I forgot the name of it exactly, but it's called a petrochemical. It's made from oil and things like that. And if you look at those are the only ones that little air bubbles collect inside of them. That's
that.
plastic that is breaking away from the water and going into your water. You're drinking plastic. So those real soft collapsible, they're translucent, not transparent.
Right, yes.
Don't get those.
Okay, so don't get the kind
Yeah.
that has that really soft plastic, but the harder ones that
Yeah,
are BPA
and
free.
there's 3 stages of harder plastics. The real soft ones you can just crumple up with your hand, which are nice little ones you buy 20 or 4 at a time.
Right.
Then there's the heavier, thicker ones, and then there's the real hard ones.
Okay.
The word you want is BPA free.
Okay, I've heard of that before, BPA free. Well, there we have it then. I'm going to drink half of my body weight in ounces of water a day, right?
Right.
I'm not going to tell you how many ounces that is, of course.
We're soon to find out.
Well, it's changing daily.
Yeah, there you go.
And then the bottles that I want to drink out of, I want to make sure that they're BPA free. And I don't really want to drink water out of the tap because I don't really know where that's been.
Yeah, and one of the places you might say, well, what state, what place? Like in Colorado, for example, almost all the water faucets there are clean. They don't have rings in the toilet. So they're getting natural water because there's snow melting. So that state gets a much more of a cleaner source of water.
Right.
Places like
Arizona?
Yeah, Arizona, for example, you're going to get a lot of additives and a lot of chemicals and things like that.
Well, we do have to have our water pumped in
So
too.
check your water, look at your water, read stuff, go look it up because what you're putting in there is staying in there.
Thank you. All right, guys. Keep that in mind. We'll see you again.